What is going on, guys? Judo Sloth here, and welcome to today's Clash of Clans video. I wanted to show you the best farming army I have found so far. I have been rolling in the loot the last few days. Just check out some of these raids and the amounts of gold elixir and dark elixir that I have been pulling in. It is incredible, guys. Not to mention I am farming in Titan 2, so I also get 300,000 gold and elixir per raid. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Remember, we do have the silver P.E.K.K.A statue giveaway at the end of the month, and make sure to hit that notification bell for all of my Clash of Clans videos. So Town Hall 12. What is our progress? As you guys know, we have the Giga Tesla up to level 4. I need to upgrade my gold storages before I can get that to maxed level, but I do have the Rune of Gold sitting there. In terms of other upgrades, I now have the Siege Machine Workshop getting built up to level 2 so I can get the Battle Blimp, more barracks upgrading so I can get the Electro Dragon quicker, and we have been working on the Elixir storages as well, because I do want to try and get my troops upgrading as fast as possible, going for the Lava Hound to start with in order to help with them Lava Loon attacks. But that's not why you're here in this video. This is my farming army. Right now, I tend to use the BoWitch Attack Strategy. Now, that's because we still do have the 1 gem boost and we have the 50% discount to the troops. And right now, I'm trying to farm gold and elixir. Dark elixir is definitely on the back pedal for me. So let's show you some of the raids, show you exactly what I do. Let's start off with this one versus Dragon King. This one being a Town Hall 12. But remember, any Town Hall 12 you see in multiplayer, unless you are very high up the leagues, and even then, you're probably going to see fresh Town Hall 12s. So I tend to bring a Queen Walk or sometimes a Queen Charge depending on the base layout on one side of the base, and the King, a few Wizards, a couple of Witches and Bowlers on the other. That creates the funnel very nicely for my main pack of Bowlers, Witches and the Grand Warden to come through the middle. I tend to use 2 jump spells because I, at the moment, do not always bring a War Wrecker, but sometimes I do. Just depends on the base, how much loot, if I think it's going to be worth it. Remember, your clanmates can donate that to you for just 1 single gem. Then I will use 2 jump spells to get through the base, poison spell on the CC, 2 rage spells. I might use 1 on the Queen if needed, or I'll use them both on the Bowlers. Use them nice and early on. Once you get into the core of the base, your spells should pretty much be done. You don't want to be not using them spells on the most amount of bowlers. If you can protect them early on, it's going to help out. As you can see here, the King always goes down on that side, but I really don't care. We have the 1 gem boost, we can boost him back up, and my army takes a little while to cook anyway, so it tends to work out quite nicely. Queen continues to do her job. I do not want the Queen going down, so if you need to, guys, put 1 of them rage spells onto the healers and help that Queen, because she's actually what's going to finish off the raid for you. Now remember, you don't have to get the 100%. If you come across a base that has 600,000 golden elixir or something crazy like that, even better than that, even if you get 50%, even, 75% of the base, you're still getting a significant amount. As long as you're getting the win, and even that is, like, not too important, then that is all you want, guys. So 600,000 of each, coupled with my 300,000 loot bonus for that one, equaled a ton of loot. We are going to do a live attack for you at the end. Let's show you this one. 500,000 gold and elixir. This one, again, a Town Hall 12. Freshly upgraded Town Hall 12 with multi-infernos. Thank you very much, my friend. And all of his gold nice and easily accessible to my Queen. So you do want to think about where you're coming in from. I'm quite confident I'm going to get the 3-star against this base. However, I would want to attack directly into the loot, just so that if for whatever reason my troops fizzled out, I've already pulled in most of the loot. That's what matters, guys. So coming from the southwest is clearly the best option. That gives me access to all of the storages. In come the main pack of bowlers. Let's focus on them. So I tend to, as soon as they enter the base, get a rage spell in there. Then I will time the Grand Warden's ability alongside one of the Eagle artillery fires. Depends on which set of bowlers it locks onto. If they're all together, you're going to want to use that ability early on with the heal spell to help heal them up probably after the Grand Warden's ability. You don't have to use them together because they're already invincible, but it just depends on the base. And then the rage spell somewhat in the middle of the base to smash out that core, help the ballers that little bit further on. And just look at this one, absolutely destroyed. Again, doesn't have to be 100% perfect strategy. This is farming. The whole point is that it's quick, easy, you pull in a lot of loot, so you don't want to spend forever and ever trying to work out your strategy on a base. Clearly you want to have a bit of a think about it though, guys. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to teach you to just YOLO every attack, but again, amazing loot on that one. Let's move on to one more before we get into a live attack. You've got to also understand, guys, that when you're farming high up in leagues, you're going to take a little bit of a hit on defense. So you can see, oh, ouch, nearly 500,000 on that one, but that was 1 day ago. So I've certainly pulled in way more golden elixir than that. It's all about the net profit that you do indeed make. As long as you're making more than you're losing, we are happy, guys. That's all you want to be doing. So again, on this one, I'll kind of ×2 speed through this one because it's a Town Hall 11. Again, nothing too fancy, not highly upgraded, but who cares? He has 500,000 golden elixir. That will do me. Again, Queen walking down the side. I tend to bring about 5 wall breakers because I mainly only bust in either the king or queen. If they are low level walls like this one, you can obviously bust both of them in. Could have even saved a wall breaker for the bottom for the bowlers, but not to worry, my 2 jump spells get us access into the core. That is all I aim for. I don't tend to jump out of the core at the other side. Don't get me wrong as well, guys. If you come across a base that really isn't that well upgraded and you don't have to use all your spells, I'll try to hold on to a rage spell or something like that, because again, that's like a lot of elixir that you're going to be spending. It might not seem, you know, massive amounts, but if it's 30,000-40,000 elixir, whatever it might be for whatever spell you save, then that's going to help you out. So hold on to it if you don't need to use it. Remember, once you've put the troops on the battlefield, yes, you want to protect your heroes in terms of health, but your troops, you don't get them back. Just let them fizzle out. If they can take out the base without the spells, go for it. Just close down the app and go from there. So let's get into a live attack. Here is my army. Brilliant stuff. Again, I do have the CC troops if I need them, but I tend not to. Again, make sure you're using that 1 gem boost, guys. It's not going to be around forever. It will help you out so much and get your mines and pumps upgraded as well. So let's find an attack here, and what I think we're going to do, because the clouds have been absolutely crazy, guys. I have been, you know, searching sometimes for 5 and 10 minutes, but make sure you're just doing something else. As you know, if you're watching TV or whatever you're doing whilst you're searching for a raid, tends to be the best thing. And then, you know, don't accept any little loot. Make sure you're finding a lot of loot. Let's come back once we have indeed found a base. Here we go, guys. We have found a base that has 600,000 gold, near enough. Only 300,000 elixir, but I will get my 300,000 bonus because I'm quite confident I can 3-star this base. So again, it depends on the amount of loot you're going to get, but also think about, realistically, can you take the base and how much loot will you get? Will you only get 50% of it, 75%? Are you going to get all of it? That all comes into play when you're deciding if you want to hit a base. So this one, 600,000 gold, that's a significant amount, almost 1 million. I am going to get a decent amount of Dark Elixir. Now, what I think I'm going to do is bring the queen down to the bottom here so she can snipe off a lot of these defenses out of the way of the air defense, bring the king around the top, and then I'll probably bring the ballers in to try and help out the queen a little bit more. But let's just see how this one turns out. So queen with the healers. Oh, black air bomb, good start. So she's going to take a lot of damage down at the bottom there, which is not good. Let's get the ballers in nice and quick, and then let's not mess around here. Let's get a jump spell in here and here. I tend to put the ballers in first. You don't want a defense locking onto a witch with the Grand Warden, because we are going to need them to try and protect the queen. Let's use the wall breakers up by the king, I think. We kind of just want the queen to walk around the side. Then let's use a rage spell, try and use them ballers to help protect our queen. Out comes a balloon, so we need that down. So what I'm going to do is, if that balloon gets over the top of the ballers, let's go ahead and press it. There was a giant bomb there as well. Let's use the heal spell onto top of the bowlers because they were taking a lot of damage there, and it looks like we are good to go. Again, the spells were used nice and early. The bowlers worked perfectly, exactly what I wanted them to do. I needed to get them in early because the queen was going to take quite a lot of damage down here if I didn't, so I did tend to steer them down to that southern portion as well just to help my queen. And it looks like with only one healer, I don't want to press the ability yet. Hopefully she can get through this archer tower because we might need that ability for the back end here, but the witches might be okay to get this done. Again, we've pretty much done it at this point. There's 2 gold mines which we're just about to get, so even if we didn't get the 100% in terms of the base down, remember we are going to get the 100% loot bonus because you only need 70% of the base down in order to get that. However, that doesn't count. We get it all, 300,000 of each loot bonus, so I get 5,600 Dark Elixir. I end up with nearly 600,000 Elixir and almost 1 million in gold. Again, a nice loot raid there. I hope that one helps you guys, but that wraps it up for this video. I've been your host, Judo Sloth, and until next time, peace out.